Hi again. In this next video, I asked the question, why is it so complicated living here on Earth as a human being? Why, why are we here and left wondering why we're here? And as the conversation went on, I kind of got the feeling that the answer I was getting, like I hadn't asked the right question. And like it was drifting off into a different sort of answer. And and now as I look back at it and I listen to what the answer was, I'm not so sure that's the case. I think maybe it was answering the question I really had in mind. I'll leave you to decide. I hope you enjoy it. Hi, I'm Joe Shepard. This is Fractal Realms. Hi. Today I'm going to speak to the Archangel Michael, and I thought before I do that I'd touch a little bit on the Archangel Michael, or any of the archangels. I have I'm thinking nine guides and angels that I talk to on a fairly regular basis. And one of those are Archangel Michael. And it seemed to me strange, it's sort of cliche. A lot of people seem to talk to Archangel Michael. And I thought, well, how can that be? So I don't want to get too deep into that subject. I think I've actually might have touched on it once before. But angels and spirit guides are not bound by time and space in the same way human beings on the physical plane are. We perceive things to be very sequential, very cause and effect, and no, they don't. They can jump in anywhere, anytime, and from our sequential look at things, an angel might somehow have to talk to 1,000 people all at the same time. And you say, well, how can he talk to 1,000 people all at the same time? Well, from his perspective, it's not at the same time because he's not too particularly concerned about time. So he can do something over here in a moment, and then he can go over here and do something else in that same moment. And I think we'll try to talk about that more later on. But what I wanted to do today, and what I wanted to ask Michael is, I wanted to know, why is there so much misfortune here on Earth? And why does everything always seem so dark and complicated, and we always seem to look at things from the perspective of what isn't working? And so give me a second and we'll see if Archangel has anything to say about that. Archangel Michael. I see myself moving along a dirt road, the meadow, and maybe summer homes or cottages of some sort alongside the road. I see windows alongside of me, and I'm on a bus. And I'm traveling down a dirt road. It's a sunny day. Sky is blue. A lot of noise on the bus and a lot of hubbub. I think it's kids on the bus, so maybe I'm a kid on a bus. And we're turning to the right, and we're headed past a group of trees, and I see water in front of me. I see a beach. We're headed for a beach. And now Michael's asking me, is it dark and complicated for the children on the bus? They're all running out screaming. They're all ready to go jump in the water. They're throwing their towels and just running as hard as they can into the water. They don't even particularly wait. They don't do the adult thing and stick their feet in there and see how it is and go, "Boo, it's freezing." They just run in there and they jump in there. Is it so complicated? And that leaves me a little stumped. No, that's not complicated, but children have a much easier perspective of their world and their life. Ah, so you see that it's about their perspective. They have a perspective on life that says they're going to the beach and this is fun and they're with friends and they don't care about who paid for it. They don't care about how much gas the car took, the bus took. They don't wonder what the salary is of the bus driver, or what the stock price is of the bus company or the beach. Or he's showing me a snack shop along the beach. So don't worry about the value of it's going on and on, or about the cost of the sodas or the snacks. And I'm asking him, what about? So you're trying to tell me that it's all about perspective, but an adult has to pay for the trip. An adult has to pay for the cost of the bus and pay for those kids to go to the beach. So I'm saying it's still about perspective. What's more important? The money and how you earned it, the assets and what you did, or the actions you took in life that brought you joy and brought you happiness. If you look at life from a perspective of it's a sequence of wonderful events that led to another and another and another and another throughout your life. If you look at life from that perspective, then there's nothing particularly dark and nothing particularly complicated about it. It's an adventure and it's fun. And so I'm looking at that again and I'm saying, but sometimes I got to go to, I might have to work for months just to have an opportunity to go to the beach. And he's asking me, do I hate what I do for a living? No, I don't hate it. I love what I do. I love a great deal about my life. And he's saying, so why dwell on that which is making you feel confined when in fact you're not confined at all? Did you not choose to work where you are? Did someone not offer you employment and you accepted it? Did not someone offer you a price on a vehicle and you accepted the price on the vehicle? So be happy, and that vehicle gets you to work, I think is what he's trying to say. And so he's saying that I should be happy because I've got the vehicle that I chose, I've got the job that I chose, I've got the ability to influence people. I'm a Reiki master. Michael, I'm not sure this is going the way I thought it was going to go. He's kind of looking at me like, what's that all about? I've got a bunch of, I gotta stop. Hi, bear. Okay, sorry about that. Dog needed something, needed my attention, and I had to step away. So, kind of broke my train of thought. I'm going to try to get back into it because I think that was a good place we were going. So my objective was, why is there so much misfortune here on Earth? Why is it so dark and complicated? Let me get back into it. So Michael, I understand where you're coming from. It's all about perspective and how you value the things you do and as opposed to the things you have. But I guess I'm thinking about, in terms of darkness, I'm thinking of politics. I'm thinking about scams and how everybody seems to always be they're out to get the next, figure out how to get you, how to trick you, how to, everywhere you go, whether it's your computer, or whether it's your phone, or whether it's the mail or television. Everybody's trying to convince you of their need for manipulating your life. He's telling me when you value your own existence and your own adventure and your own path, then somebody who's trying to scam you or trying to manipulate you, they don't have the kind of power that they want to get, because you don't place the value on what you have, you place it on who you are. So again, it comes down to perspective. The adventure of existence. When you look at the adventure of existence, you have to say, why are you here? Why are you here? Are you here to eat and drink and work and then you pass away into history? Is that why you're here? No, I say, no, that's not why I want to be here. That's certainly not what I think this is all about. So when you follow your path, it's like the kids on the beach. They know that the necessities will be taken care of, and all the trials and tribulations that have to go through to make that work, they don't have to concern themselves with, because it'll be taken care of. And as an adult, you can look at it from the same perspective. Yes, you have to go through some of those trials and tribulations, but those trials and tribulations could also be perceived as part of the adventure. So when somebody, so if you run into a scam and that scammer, you, let's say it's something simple, you buy a product and you lose some money on the product because it wasn't everything you expected it to be. Well, did you really lose out, or did you learn something about a mistake that you made that you shouldn't have jumped in without doing your research on the project? I think the message is kind of fading away. I'm not hearing him anymore, so I guess that's all I meant to talk about. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. If you have any questions you would like me to ask, I would love to hear what you have to say and what you think an angel should be asked, or someone from the spirit side of the world. And no, I don't do the kind of thing which says, "Oh, is my grandmother okay?" or "Is my dad all right? Is my brother who passed away all right?" I don't know whether that's a matter of something I have to learn, or if it's just not the gift that I have. But the gift that I have is about higher wisdom, and it's about healing. It's about helping people find what their purpose and their direction and their goals and their, I don't know how to say it, their direction not to be. And so I thank you very much for listening. Have a good day.